This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
This episode is brought to you by Movement Watches. How many do you want?
Is that their slogan?
It's not fit. I was asking the listeners.
Is that the slogan?
That's the slogan.
It doesn't say anything about the product, which is a great product.
You don't even know what it is to even know how many you would want.
It's not a pun about time or anything.
No.
If the slogan was "Do you want one?" I mean that's not very confident, is it? But this is a power move. How many do you want? How many?
We know you want minimum one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should do the show.
Okay, cool.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet, the Weekly Planet.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday. With me, as always, my co-host, Nick Mason.
Feels like we haven't done one of these in a bloody dog's age.
Have we not done one in a dog's age? How many ages has it been? I think it's just been pushed back a bit today.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
No, we did, because last week we recorded on a Monday, so it's even less time than usual. It's only 6 days.
Maybe my concept of time is slowly crumbling.
Well, we might have something just for you later, Mason.
Is it some sort of attention drug?
No, we're going to hit you in the head with a hammer. The back end.
Oh, so it'd be like reverse amnesia.
Correct.
So you remember in those old cartoons when somebody would get hit in the head?
Yeah.
And they would lose their memory. You'd hit them again.
And it'd come back.
So you hit me in the side of the head?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
That's where the memory is.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the side.
Yeah. Where have you been this week? See, you should be more out of sorts than I am, but I'm very out of sorts.
I'm a bit out of sorts.
You've spent
I've been
the week
I've
up
been
the Gold
in QLD,
Coast.
mate. Yeah. No, I just 4 days. Went up there for a horrible football match. And just mostly just drinking and just guys just having a bloody good time. You know what I mean? The boys. Mostly I played Nintendo Switch, which was
Terrific,
good also.
right.
Because I can't do a lot of video gaming here, but when I'm away, you better believe it, I just sleep and I play video games.
You're going buck wild.
That's right.
Wow.
That's what I'm about. Just up top, Mason, our charity campaign, I believe, is over $25,000. Is that correct?
That's incredible.
Great stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is. You can check that if you want. You don't have to.
I'm not
It's
going
up to
to.
you.
Uh-huh.
But basically, yeah, we talk about this every week, but there's prizes to be won, a bunch of our sponsors, and it's also, we're doing a bonus Q&A and a bunch of other stuff that'll be in there, and a bunch of other Planet Broadcasting people are also. And our shirt, courtesy of Mr. Koya.
Yeah, the Weekly Planet
is
X Mr. Koya collaboration.
selling like great guns.
Great guns and hotcakes.
That's right. That's linked below if you want one. The ordering is only open for another 2 weeks, and then that's it.
Then we burn all the remaining fabric.
Yep.
And we cut off the hands of the monks that are stitching them together.
Correct.
So they can never make something so beautiful ever again.
Also, you get the shirt for a month, and then we come and get it.
We come and get it personally. Exactly. We've bought a big garbage truck. We're going to drive it around. We're going to shred it in front of you. Or we collect them all and we take them into a field Office Space style and we set them on fire.
I think that would be better. Yeah, I think that's fun.
That'd be very cleansing.
Yeah,
I
it would
think.
be, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Mason, I know that I said no more Star Wars news. I've been saying that.
I'm starting to think that when you say no more Star Wars news, it's just a flimsy pretense for you to provide more Star Wars news. But luckily, you've said no more Star Wars news this week. And me, a man who is thoroughly sick of Star Wars news, feels a certain amount of relief that you're not going to give us any Star Wars news.
Listen.
Continue.
Look, I know I said no more Star Wars news.
Yeah, you did.
But there is...
Oh, what an episode.
Yet again,
no
there is some Star Wars news. It's just brief.
No.
It's brief Star Wars news.
All right.
You might even enjoy the Star Wars news.
All right.
It's reported.
There's no more Star Wars.
It seems like that it's a lock.
Somebody in Lucasfilm accounting forgot to carry a 1 in 1989,
no.
And they're bankrupt. So
all the money went to David Prowse.
Yep.
All the money he was
Finally.
owed. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Billy D. Williams is apparently coming back as Lando in episode 9. What do you think of that?
Love it.
Ready for another go?
Yes.
Do you think they're going to kill him off? Because they've killed off everybody else, or they'll have to kill off everybody else.
Well, I mean, how many more movies is he going to be in?
Well, he's like 82. But you
Yeah.
could just have him be alive and then he exists in the comics.
I guess that's true.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets youthified in the comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he is youthified. They could just get Donald Glover to do it.
That's very
Remember?
true. Yeah.
Because that was a movie this year.
They could do some sort of alternating timeline where we see young Donald, not young, regular age Donald Glover.
And young Donald
And
Glover.
young Donald Glover,
Yeah.
yes. Exactly. We could have young Lando and old Lando and we could do it young Indiana Jones Chronicles style.
We could do that. Well, that was pretty much what there was a Lando book recently, or a Han Solo Lando book, and there was a bit of that going on. There was the Billy Deed one.
Yes.
You couldn't see it because it was a book, but then they'd flash back to
Oh.
Donald Glover one.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cheap. You don't have to pay for likeness rights
That's
if it's
right,
a book.
You don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Or maybe on the cover, I guess.
He's described as generic Lando in every paragraph.
I think Splinter of the Mind's Eye, like the original cover for that book, they didn't put Luke or Leia's face on it for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good, isn't it? You don't have to pay people anything. That's the
So
greatest
true,
thing
yeah.
in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's democracy. I love it.
Me too. Capitalism, yay.
It's also communism, I guess. No? Let's just not pay anybody. Everybody should just do things for out of the goodness of their heart.
We've strayed way deep into politics right here, and I don't like it.
Not a fan?
We just got too political just then.
You're
you know?
right. People sometimes don't like that. Mm-hmm. But you know what people do like? Zombieland.
Oh,
The movie.
sequel.
That movie came out in 2009. The sequel that's definitely happening now will be 10 years by the time. So 2019.
When you say definitely happening,
It's locked in.
Oh.
Same director, Ruben Fleischer. Same cast, same writer.
with the pause in the middle.
Yeah, sure. It's all the same.
Yeah, right.
That's a good movie, right?
Yeah. Who lived at the end of that one?
All of the people except for Bill Murray.
Bill Murray
Spoilers
died,
alert.
yeah. He's for
spoilers
sure dead.
alert. But
Do you think they'll put in another? Do you think they'll put in like Dan Aykroyd or something?
you need someone less of a lunatic.
How do you feel this will? Do you think this might be a retread of the original?
Potentially. I don't know. I think they might expand it a little bit. Like maybe they're still on the hunt for the Twinkies.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's just the same, isn't
Didn't
it?
they find some Twinkies at the end?
No, they found... Did he?
I think
I'd have
maybe
to
he
watch
did,
it again.
yeah.
I thought he found the hostess cakes, but that was during the movie.
Ah, yeah, okay.
But I
Right.
don't know. Also, Twinkies don't keep. That's a myth.
I'm aware.
So if you find a truck of them 10 years after, you could probably eat 5 before you die. Eat 4.
It's four and a half.
Yeah.
4.5.
Then you'll be fine.
Yeah. But I feel like it's 10 years
Yeah.
is just old enough for it to be kind of a retro treat.
Yeah,
and so
right.
I think it might that feels to me like, oh, we'll just rehash the first one then.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
thing,
very
you know?
possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really remember the first one that well. I like it. I just haven't
Yeah.
seen it in a while.
I remember Cardio.
Yes.
I remember.
I remember the ending being not super flash with the Ferris wheel. I don't remember being particularly
Yeah, right.
impressed with that. But there's a lot of good stuff along the way. And Woody Harrelson's really good in that movie.
That's true, yeah. Mhm.
He's showing some comedic chops.
Did you know? I learned this week.
I probably don't, but go on.
Woody Harrelson's father was a contract killer.
Was he really?
Yeah.
How many people did he contract kill?
I don't know. I do not have that information. I'll look it up for you in a
Please
moment.
do.
Yeah. A strange father, I should say.
Did he know that growing up?
Also don't know.
You brought no information to this.
I brought some information.
Yeah, you brought some. Like, there's a...
The listeners will be Googling it right now.
Yeah.
So get off your ass and do some Googling yourself.
Me?
Yes.
Alright.
No, I'll do it. It's
Okay,
alright.
good.
Charles Harrelson.
Go on.
It's loading. An American organized crime figure who was convicted of assassinating federal judge John H. Wood Jr.
How'd he kill him?
He was the estranged father of Woody Harrelson.
Wow.
Yeah. Occupation hitman.
It was on his passport.
Yeah.
How did he end up in jail? Did he die in jail?
Let's see. 1973, 15 years, served 5. 1979, 2 life sentences.
Okay.
So I think so.
For killing a judge.
Yes.
Do you think the judge who sentenced him would be worried that he would be hitmaned? I
Yeah,
would be.
maybe, yeah.
I just let
By
him go.
Woody Harrelson.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, the first thing Woody Harrelson popped up in, really, I mean, maybe before this, but Cheers. He's so jovial and,
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean, just a fun-loving guy. But then he did White Men Can't Jump, and you knew he was business.
Serious business,
Serious
exactly.
business.
In 1995, Harrelson and 2 other inmates, so not Woody Harrelson, attempted to escape from the Atlanta Federal Penitentiary using a makeshift rope. I'm going to assume bed sheets.
It's definitely
twirled
bed sheets,
together. Let's see. Warning shot was fired. They surrendered. He was subsequently transferred to ADX Florence Supermax prison in Florence, Colorado.
That's a serious prison, it seems like.
Yeah, Supermax.
Is he still there?
No, he's dead. He died in 2007.
Oh, just before Zombieland. He never saw it.
His son's greatest gift to the world.
It might just be. Woody Harrelson is a great actor, though, isn't he?
I think he is.
Yeah, he
Isn't it
really
weird
is.
that he started out on Cheers.
Well, Ted Danson started out on Cheers.
He's also great.
Fraser Crane, you never thought that he'd get his own spin-off, did you?
That's true.
Would you? Have you? You didn't, did you?
No, I always felt it in my bones.
I haven't really seen a lot of Cheers.
Look, it's been a while for me as well.
Great.
Maybe it's on Netflix, but I doubt it.
It may just be. Mm-hmm. Mason, we're going to have first look at Godzilla Kings of Monsters, or King of Monsters, whatever it's called. So do you want the synopsis? I've got it ready to go here. The world is reacting to Godzilla in the same way we react to anything other... Sorry, this isn't a synopsis. This is the director talking about it.
Okay, right.
This doesn't sound... this Michael Dougherty says, yeah. Sorry, the world is reacting to Godzilla in the same way that we would react to any other terrifying incident, in that we are
Attempt to monetize it.
Yeah, that's right. In that we are overreacting. I don't think a giant lizard knocking down a city, I don't think there can be a big enough overreaction to that. That's the biggest thing that's ever happened.
And also, there was nothing... In the first one, there was nothing anyone on Earth could do to stop those monsters. It's only the benevolence of Godzilla that prevented... Because if he was like, you know what, now that I've destroyed these two monsters, I'm going to destroy the world, nobody could have done anything.
Nah.
He would have just slowly circled the globe, incinerating it, till there was nothing left. Because you can't stop him.
No, you
he
can't.
just swims, and then he comes up and he levels the city.
Yep, that's right.
So, yeah, guess what, director of the new Godzilla? Nobody's overreacting. Any reaction possible would still be underreacting.
Agreed.
Or at the best, reacting.
There's
Whelmed.
Whelmed.
I'd be whelmed.
There's paranoia and endless speculation about whether he's the only one out there or whether we're threatened by others like his kind.
Oh.
Well, there was 3 in the last one, minimum.
Oh,
So,
including him, yes.
yeah, I would assume that there were more.
Oh, yeah.
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 And also we know that the King Kong movie,
Yes.
which is quite good from memory. Well,
Agreed.
That was all right, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. We know there's a bunch of King Kong stuff going on.
Yep.
I mean, not everybody knows that. That's a bit of a secret.
Uh-huh.
But I think people, yeah, like you said, whelmed.
Were there hints towards more monsters at the end of Godzilla? Or were they just...
remember.
Okay.
Like a Mecha Godzilla?
No, I meant more in terms of, do we see any sneaky things emerging from the ocean or anything like
like
that?
an
I don't
egg or
think we
something
do.
like that.
Or things in the credits. I know we see some stuff at the end of Skull Island.
Yeah.
We see some stuff in the credits that is...
Hints
here's more
towards-
monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there'll be more monsters. We're still going to find out what's going to happen in terms of the scaling of... Because the one after that is then King Kong versus Godzilla.
That's true. We still don't know how big King Kong is going to get.
I'd imagine very big.
Me too.
Wow. We're both imagining the same thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
But how big? Because if he's big enough to fight Godzilla, he'd have to be bigger than ever. Bigger than any Kong before him.
Yes, but they did say in Kong Skull Island...
He was a little kitty kid, yeah.
Yeah, they said that he was going to... Who knows how big he's going to get. Pretty
as big as God, very big.
What do you eat when you get to a certain size? Like, if you're stuck on an island, if you're stuck on a Skull Island, say, hypothetically, you got as big as a Godzilla,
Yep.
what are you eating? I mean,
Good question, isn't it?
it's a big squid every now and then, right?
Sure, yeah, uh-huh.
But how many big squids are there? I'd imagine that squid, let's say it's conservatively 40 years old. Let's say it's a 40-year-old squid.
Yes. So it's approaching middle age, but it's not quite there yet.
It's saving up for a sports car.
I was going to say it's gone through a divorce. Yep. It's going to make an irrational financial decision.
That's right.
And then it's eaten by King
Yeah.
Kong. Yeah.
And that was in a lake? How many are
right.
in there? Not that many, I'd
Well,
imagine.
maybe, what if there's an underground passage
fair
and they
point.
regularly emerge?
Yeah.
'Cause maybe they think they're the predator, and so they're going to kill King Kong. But
Yeah.
he kills them every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, King Kong kills I'm sure he kills bison and shit, and there's stick insects and whatever, and
Yeah, right.
creatures that look like logs. Probably just eats everything. Or isn't his job, maybe he's a vegetarian.
I was going to say, because he's a gorilla. So
I mean,
he's
he does
probably-
eat a squid. You see him eat a
Yeah,
squid in
that's
that
true.
movie,
Yeah.
but maybe he mostly eats trees.
Yeah, maybe he mostly eats algae.
He could.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll ask him in the next movie.
Okay, cool,
We'll
yeah.
shout at the screen,
Yeah.
me and you. All right?
Okay, that'll be our main sticking point for this movie. If they don't explain how he eats stuff,
Bullshit.
we'll riot. Exactly.
Did you see? I know you did because I showed you the image of Godzilla. So Millie Bobby Brown's in it. She's bloody
Oh yes, you did show
showing
me
up.
that, but you provided no context, and I didn't
No,
know
I don't
what
have
you were
any.
talking about. Okay.
But there's the other one of Godzilla shooting his fire breath at the moon or whatever.
yeah,
Atomic
terrific.
breath, sorry.
Or probably Mothra.
Yeah,
probably
probably
shooting
something
at a
like
Mothra.
that. Yeah, a big old Mothra. When do you think we're going to get Mecha Godzilla? How far are we away from that?
I don't think we'd get it in this iteration of Godzilla.
In this ever? So you don't think 6 movies down, they're like, okay, we've had him fight The Rock.
Yeah, right.
And he went
Who's been enlarged
yeah.
to giant size.
He went to space. That was
Yep.
good. He lived on the moon for a bit.
I don't think they will. I think because like how this is ostensibly in the real world, like our world. Who's building a giant robot Godzilla?
The Pacific Rim people. I don't think it's going to be this. I don't think they're going to cross it
No,
over.
I don't think they could.
But they all own it, yeah. I think somebody would. I think it's eventually going to happen.
Who's paying for that?
I don't know.
Some eccentric
The
billionaire?
Japanese,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Okay, cool.
They would, wouldn't
Just
they?
every member of the Japanese public puts in
Yes.
a certain amount of their tax money.
They're sick of that shit.
Yeah, I guess that's
They've had
true.
enough.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. We haven't seen a Godzilla movie since what, 2014?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen it since, but I remember enjoying that movie for what
Agreed.
it was.
Yes.
People said not enough Godzilla, and every time there was a Godzilla fight, they'd cut to people watching it on television or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But then we got some good stuff
Isn't
at
that
the
just
end.
like society? you
Boy,
know?
isn't Mason. We can never stop looking at our phones of Godzilla.
That's
Because
correct,
That's
yes.
my screensaver.
Yeah.
But,
More like antisocial Godzilla.
wow.
Thank
that's
you.
powerful stuff. Is there something you want to see from this in particular?
Mecha Godzilla.
Okay.
But we won't get it.
You think I think we're going to get it eventually, or some
Wow.
variation on that.
Look, I think you can. I think it's fair to say we could get a variation.
Yes.
But I think it'll be like a battleship, and it's got a mechanized top half or something like that.
Ooh.
But the idea of like a several 100-foot tall robot dragon dinosaur, why? Why would that be a thing?
Why would any of this be a thing?
I know.
It wouldn't.
Right.
So why not?
But I'm saying that the
you get Ken Watanabe to do a very serious speech about it.
oh, that covers all the bases. Yeah, all right.
And that's how you lead into it.
All right, covers up all the loose ends. Yeah.
Okay. And he says, "Let them fight." Remember that bit?
Nice. That is good. Yeah.
I love how he says, "Let them fight," as in
What are you gonna
you
do?
exactly. He
Let
should
them
have.
fight or get squashed.
Yeah, he should have said, "Let's watch them fight." Ridiculous.
This-
It's not a good movie anymore. I've changed my mind.
Just explain to me how they're going to build a Mecha Godzilla.
I can't. How does anybody build anything?
Why don't they just build a big missile?
Because it doesn't work.
Yeah,
You need to
alright.
pin it down and like tear its head off or something. I don't know.
All right.
Someone sent this in, and I don't have this in front of me, so I apologize. Maybe you even said it. But remember that Godzilla 98 TV series we've talked about?
Yes.
The animated series that follows on from the American version. Maybe you told me this. They reanimate the Godzilla
Yes.
from... Did you tell me
I
this?
did tell you this,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you say it in this?
I did, yes.
Oh, never mind. Forget it.
they
Forget it.
reanimate the corpse of the one from the movie and turn
they
him
make
into
it
Cyber
fight it.
Godzilla. And also,
That's
as been
fucked
pointed
up.
out, but there is a Japanese Godzilla movie
Yes.
where real Godzilla fights the Godzilla 98 and just swats him in like one
Into
move.
the Sydney Opera House, I think?
I think so, yeah.
From
Uh-huh.
memory? Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Here's a movie that won't be set in the Sydney Opera House.
If somebody could, if people,
That was
if-
such a good segue,
people are
and
gonna
you
think-
just stepped on it,
Yeah, I know. That's
Mason.
what I do. If somebody could email in, because I had a thought and I had to express it. That's how podcasts work. What would the podcasting industry be without idiots who suddenly have a thought and must express it because they think it's pure gold?
There'd probably be less stuff, but it would be better.
Correct. But
Yeah.
we don't want. That's a world I wouldn't want to live in.
Absolutely not.
What I'm saying is, if anybody has a thought about how they could integrate Mecha Godzilla into this universe, I would like to hear it.
Okay, fair enough.
Just
build
tweet
a
at
big
us.
one.
No.
What do you mean no? That's it. That's all there is.
What about, maybe it looks like one of those, maybe it's called Mecha Godzilla, but it's just a massive scale version of one of those Boston Dynamics dog robots. Like it's 200 feet tall, but it's got the weird spindly legs, and it just comes at
Yeah,
Godzilla,
you
and
can't
he
kick it
pushes it
over.
over. He pushes it over.
And it gets up.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think of those things?
Weird and terrifying.
Yeah, I know, right?
A lot of people didn't like that episode of Black Mirror
With the dog.
with the dog, yeah.
I think that might have been one of my favorite ones
I
for
liked
that
it a lot,
series.
yeah.
Yeah, me too. Great stuff. Anyway, here's a movie that's not going to be set in the Sydney Opera House, Mason.
Perfect segue, probably.
The Joker
but it's too
origin
far away
movie.
from the previous.
and it doesn't work.
Yeah, of course, it's terrible.
The Joker origin movie. Okay, so this is happening.
Now this is Joaquin Phoenix.
This is
as the
Joaquin
Joker?
Phoenix,
Right.
the Joker origin story. So this is what he said about it.
Wait, this is who said about it?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
He's 100% Joaquin for this. Let me
Wow.
tell you that.
Because he's been 100% Joaquin before,
That's right.
and nobody bought it. If
That's-
you recall, it's
I
when
recall.
he pretended to be crazy. Yeah.
I recall. He said, now, you'd probably throw to him and say, what kind of genre this movie is going to be? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
He said, the genre is indescribable.
"No, it's not. It's a crime film."
It sounds like a crime film.
Yeah.
It's crime/comic book. Though comic book isn't really a genre anymore, is
Yeah,
it?
and-
It's too split up?
Yeah, I guess.
I think-
No, I think it still is.
It still is if it's like a pure... I feel like the Avengers is
Yes.
a comic book film.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? But that's different than, say, another movie.
Thank you.
The movie Jumper.
Yeah.
They're different movies, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay, good. It's landing not in one genre or the other, but rather feeling like a purely unique feature, and that the most important thing about the film is Phillips's passion for the project. Good stuff.
All right. Well, maybe he's right,
I'm, you know,
but I think he's not.
Yeah, look-
I think this is hyperbole, and it's just a superhero movie / crime movie.
yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
Apparently, he said though that it's not like anything. He did it because it scared him.
Okay.
And he actually suggested it to Warner Brothers a few years ago. Said something along the lines of, "I'd like to do a comic book movie, but on a smaller budget, something like the Joker, but not because that's already been done or whatever."
Yep.
But that's the one that makes money. So I guess they're,
Right,
they're doing that version of it. I think if we didn't have the Jason Todd version, not Jason Todd version,
The Jared Leto version?
I think this would look better in general.
Yeah, right,
Because
okay.
it feels a little desperate, even though I think it could be really good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Also, apparently Bruce Wayne's parents are in it, so because it's
Ooh.
the 80s.
Because the 80s, right.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll imagine the shoulders on him.
Do you think they do
Huge shoulders.
Huge shoulders. Do you reckon they wouldn't do like a Thomas Wayne Batman thing, would they?
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, it's going to be a different universe regardless.
Yeah, but they might. Okay, what are the odds that the end of this movie is?
Flashpointy?
No, the end of this movie is Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
They build
in
a
his-
mecha Joker. But why would they build it?
Yeah.
I'm you. I'm skeptical.
I'm making great points. It's me. It's me, Matho. I'm making very valid points about fantastical elements in an otherwise fairly grounded movie. I'm Matho. Okay.
That's very good.
Thank
You've
you.
been
It's a good
working on your
impression of me.
Maso.
It's a good. That's a fantastic impression of you doing an impression of me. No, I'm saying, how about this movie ends with him killing Thomas and Martha Wayne? Because that's
the Batman 89.
Batman 89 origin, yeah.
Yeah.
What-
It's very possible.
and also, it's something that would be suggested to these guys, and they do it not knowing it's been done before.
that's
I can
possible.
feel that happening. People will be like,
Yeah.
hey, we should do a refreshing take where he actually kills Batman's parents. And they'd be like, genius.
That's the best thing that's ever happened. How would you feel about that if they actually did
I think
it?
it'd be fine. And again, that ties it into my favourite theory that the Batman 89 universe is...
But this is a different universe. Than
Don't
the
care,
Batman
we're tying them all
Okay,
together.
they're all the same.
Tying them all in.
Okay. Is the
How
Dark
about this?
Knight?
Joaquin Phoenix, original Joker.
Yep.
Jared Leto, second Joker.
Yeah, it's very well.
Yes.
There's also, and they're pushing this in the comics, and also they've done a bit in Gotham where the Joker's more of an idea than
Yes.
like a more, sort of like a virus almost.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many Jokers there are at the moment, and what's the deal there is.
Allegedly, there's still 3, but I don't
But
know.
they're fixing it or
Okay,
explaining
great.
it or whatever. Yeah, great. Anyway, I think it will be.
A movie?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, they might cancel it.
Then it won't be a
I'm not
movie,
going
yeah.
that far, but
Yeah.
it seems like it's going to happen.
I love the fact that at this point we won't even commit to it'll be a movie. Notwithstanding the quality, we're not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
No.
But will it be a movie? Maybe. I guess.
Okay, so Joss Whedon's new thing is happening. It's called The Nevers.
Can I make a wild prediction as to what this is?
I think I know what you're going to say, but please do.
It's gonna be. Is it a TV show or a movie?
It's a TV show on HBO.
It's a TV show, and it's gonna feature some young, feisty women
Brunettes, presumably.
who are they're feisty and they're brave, bold fighters, and they don't take advice from no man.
Yep.
And they're all played by young, impressionable female actors who are
Yeah.
going to be produced and directed by Joss Whedon.
That's
Terrific.
That's the exact synopsis.
Wow, he's written it on there. That's bold.
Well, you got to own it.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, what's it about?
lean
No, I
into
don't know
it.
what it's about.
Follows in the footsteps of Buffy with a fantastical story featuring powerful female characters.
Nice, good.
This show will be an
And
epic...
impressionable young actors.
Correct. The show will be an epic science fiction drama about a gang of Victorian women who find themselves with unusual abilities, relentless enemies, and a mission that might change the world.
Might or it will.
Might.
Well, I'm not interested then. Count me out. It's either gonna or it's not.
Well, I don't have answers for you.
Wow.
If I had to-
Way to sink your entire franchise in one move, Whedon, you prick.
So you said what was exciting about this was, aside from the young impressionable women, was he gets to return to creating his own universe, something he probably hasn't done since Dollhouse, because even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and whatever,
Yeah,
that
right.
was a lot of that was him, but it's in within something else.
Okay, right.
So I don't give a shit about this.
Me neither.
It could be great, but
Yep.
I'm not. I kind of I can see the wheels of his stuff.
Yeah,
now,
right. Yeah, for sure.
And so I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting
Yeah.
that when Buffy and Angel came out, and even when the Avengers came out, we were like, "Whoa, this is fresh and exciting."
Well, it was.
But a couple of years have gone past, and
Yeah.
we're like, "Yeah, we see what he does now," and it's
Yeah.
And I still enjoy the Avengers, but it's like,
Yeah. It's no Age of Ultron.
they're very true.
Yeah.
So true.
Which is also his.
Quippy.
This could be great. I mean, it's HBO, so they make good things, don't they?
That's true.
Yeah, and they made The Sopranos, and maybe they're doing that Sopranos prequel. that
Did
we
you
talked
get
about last
people?
week.
Did you get people who listen to the show? I don't know if you know anyone who listens to the show.
Sure.
Just coming at you and bailing you up for being mean about The Sopranos. Because I got any number of people.
Really?
Because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, I think. And I said...
Oh no, because you kicked it. I didn't kick it.
I didn't
So
kick it.
You kicked it.
Look, I said that I watched it and I enjoyed it at the time.
And then you went back.
Then I went back and I couldn't get through it.
Who came at you?
All kinds of people.
Fists are flying in real life. You took it in real life.
Yeah.
Who?
People I know.
Give me names, Mason.
I won't give you any names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me after the show.
I will.
And then
Then we'll go to their houses and beat them up.
We'll beat them up.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Yeah, good. Good. I appreciate
Are
the
any of them
backup.
bigger than us?
Physically?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
then
what I
we'll,
thought.
after the show.
Okay, good.
beat 'em up.
But they did that thing where they pretend they're going to come at you.
Yeah, I
They
know
make that
that.
sudden movement and you go, oh!
Mason, I was just on Cavill Avenue for 4 days. Believe me, I saw that. I know what you're talking about, all right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, for people that don't know, Cavill Avenue is a place in street in Queensland you go if you want to get glassed.
Oh, terrific.
Okay, this is great. And I'm
ready.
interested to hear what you think.
Okay.
Because this is a property near and dear to your heart. Mm-hmm. Joss Whedon has a new TV series. It's called The Nevers.
Oh, here we
sort of,
go.
no.
All right.
Okay, no. So, you know how we talk about the new thing in Hollywood is make another movie but ignore the movies that they don't like.
Correct,
That's
yes.
the new thing.
Yep.
The Terminator's doing it.
X-Men's been doing it for a decade,
They
at
do
least.
it every time or whatever. But yeah, so Neil Blomkamp is going to be directing a Robocop sequel
Yeah.
called Robocop Return, which is a direct.
It's specifically, it's written, you've said it, but it's written Robocop Return, puzzled look,
Yeah.
question mark.
Question mark.
Hmm.
And it's going to be a sequel to the original film,
Yeah.
ignoring part 2 and 3, which is terrible. 2's okay
Yeah, I didn't mind
from
too.
memory. But what I thought was interesting about this is that it's based on the unused Robocop 2 screenplay by original writers Ed Neumeier
Yep.
and Michael Miner, with
Yep.
rewrites by Justin Rhodes, who's working on the Untitled Terminator reboot and Masters of the Universe. And this brief synopsis is Robocop returns, anarchy reigns, and the fate of Detroit hangs in the balance as Robocop makes his triumphant return to fight crime and corruption.
Interesting.
So they're getting rid of the one from 2014, which
Yep.
I thought was fine. It's not
Same as well. It's not-
It's
yeah,
different.
It is different, and I thought it made an interesting point
Yeah.
about what it was talking about. About automation and weapons of war on the streets of America, whatever. But it wasn't a wacky parody satire situation
No.
where people were driving into tanks of toxic waste and melting.
Yeah.
So-
You had a trading card of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
As a kid.
And the one where Murphy gets his arm shot off.
Cool.
Yeah.
Was it a hologram one? So you
No, it was it was two panels.
Great.
I think we mentioned this in the show, but it's 2 panels, one of which is standing there, like maybe he's got his gun drawn, and then the second panel he's looking really surprised as one of his arms is flying off.
Isn't he lying on the ground and they pin him and shoot it off with a
I think
shotgun?
they do. I think they shoot him. They shoot both his arms. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
He's not happy about it either, is he?
No.
Does he have a human hand though in the?
In the originals, he doesn't.
Okay.
In the
new
original
one, he doesn't. Yeah.
In the new one, he does. In the originals, they say... 'cause
they
I think
take it off, don't they?
They say one of his arms is salvageable, and they're like, nah, chuck it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Chuck it.
Chuck it.
Bin it,
So this
mate.
is because the Robocop 2, I think, and 3, I think, were both partially written by Frank Miller.
Yeah.
I think.
And that wasn't even what he exactly wanted, because didn't he
Yeah.
later make a comic?
There's a Robocop comic.
His version?
There's a Robocop comic of Robocop 3, I think, which is
Oh, that's right, yeah.
his version of how it went down.
And it's got a sexy lady, it's scientist in it or
I
something?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, great.
I'm
I'm looking forward to doing some Robocop Caravan of Garbage, though. I'll tell you that
yeah,
much, mate.
There's so much
There's
out there.
so much.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. What do you think about this, though? You're a massive Robocop fan.
I like Robocop, yeah.
He likes it.
Yeah.
I said massive.
That's me expressing my massive love for Robocop.
Okay,
that I
great.
like it.
So all of this sounds good to you?
Sounds good to me, yeah.
What do you think about Neil Blomkamp, though? Because I think it's the perfect choice.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He's got a good eye for... And look...
For gross stuff?
For gross stuff, which is what Robocop needs, some over-the-top gross stuff.
He's going to go to South Africa.
Yes, yeah. That's right.
He's going to fight the guy from the robot from Chappie and the District 9 guy. What's his name?
Yep.
That guy.
Oh, what's his face? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that
Sharlto
guy.
Copley.
Yes, that's right. Okay, what about this? Are they going to bring
Or
back...
they get Sharlto Copley
to Robocop?
to be Robocop.
Well, I was going to say, do you bring back Peter Weller?
I don't think he'd... Would he do it?
I think he'd definitely do it. I mean, that's a tough suit, though, to wear, isn't it?
Yeah.
But times have changed, and you could do it any number of ways. I'd imagine they'd still want to do it practical.
Yeah.
But he'd have to be 70, right?
Yeah, and also,
Let me check
like...
his age.
The reason he worked in the original is because he was so lithe that
71.
he could fit in the suit.
Yes.
And he could, and it wouldn't look too bulky. Like, I'm sure he's still in shape,
Yeah.
but he's got to be too broad to be in the suit now, I think.
But I feel also you can digitally, you can just shave a
I
bit
guess
off
that's
it.
true, yeah. Uh-huh.
And I'm sure they'd still want to do it practically, but
Yeah.
you can still tweak that. It
guess
doesn't
that's true, yeah.
need to be strictly a guy
Yeah.
in a suit. What they did for the last one,
Yeah.
they put him in the suit, and
Oh.
then they redid it with CGI.
Right,
So you
okay.
can see the legs kind of click in like Lego Men legs or whatever they
Yeah,
changed
okay.
it. I thought it looked... I mean,
yeah.
whether or not you like the design, I thought they did a good job of making it look realistic.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I kind of would have also liked to have seen a sequel to the...
But what would you rather if you had to choose the two? Satire. People shouting about buying things for $1.
I wonder
A
if...
man with really long arms falling out a window.
See, that's the thing, because I really would have liked to... I'm looking forward to seeing another... Because it's going to be a modern day take on the 80s future, which is what we got in Blade Runner sequel.
Yes.
So that'd be cool. But if you recall at the end of the remake,
Yeah.
they're like, Omnicorp's really screwed the pooch on this one, so their parent company OCP is going to come in and fix things.
Right.
And I was kind of looking forward to see where that was going to go, because OCP are the villains in the original Robocop.
Yeah, okay, right.
So I don't know, but probably 80s future if I'm honest.
Yeah.
That's fun. I always enjoy an 80s future.
I told you, we're in the era of not a reboot,
Yep.
of doing another one.
Doing another
but
one.
ignoring the ones that aren't good.
Yeah.
What an era
Yeah.
to be alive. I think this is great. And I know people don't love all of Neil Blomkamp's stuff, but I quite like all of them. I even didn't mind Chappie.
I didn't mind.
which
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't like.
I thought I was going to
Yeah.
look.
We'd heard it was terrible, I guess, going in. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it since, but...
And also, look, I thought it was fun. Notwithstanding whatever I said when we reviewed it, because I can't remember. But it was what annoyed
Thoroughly
me.
unlikable leads.
Yes, that's
But I think
it.
that was supposed to be. That's how I took it.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not supposed to like Ninja in real life or in the movie.
Right.
He's a fucking horrible human being.
Is he?
He seems it. I don't actually
No,
know.
right. I saw an interview with him one time, and I think
He looks like he smells like an ashtray.
Oh yeah, for
He's
sure.
a human
Yeah.
ashtray.
Right. But I think I'm sure it was probably on Vice SBS. It was probably on Viceland or something like that.
Yeah.
But he tells a story about being invited to Kanye West's house to play basketball.
Really?
It's very funny.
Okay, all right.
Maybe check that out.
Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on
Yeah.
this bloody guy.
Yeah. He seems like given what he looks like, he seems very normal and well adjusted in real life.
Okay.
So I don't know.
All right. Well, I take the things back that I said
Yes.
until I find out if it's actually true or not.
All right.
What do we got here? We got an official photo of Shazam. Did you see that? I've got to show you.
Is
He's
it the
drinking
one?
a
He's drinking a big gulp
Big gulp.
next to some little kid.
Yeah, a can or something.
Yeah, I
He's got
saw
the
that.
slab under his arm. or
Yeah, I saw
whatever.
that. Oh, he's buying beer because he's a grown up now.
I don't think it is beer. I think
Is
it's still soda pop or whatever.
Oh, grown up soda pop.
Yeah. I like the suit. I've said this before. I think it's too big.
He looks too big.
As in, it's clearly padded. He doesn't need to
Oh.
be that. It reminds me, if you ever watch, there's an episode of Conan
Yeah.
where the talk show
Yes.
where he goes to the superhero guys who make the superhero suits.
Oh, and he gets
and
himself.
they make
yeah.
him one. It
Yes.
looks like that.
Right,
Like a
yeah.
guy, like it's like the Batman suit, the Ben Affleck Batman suit. It's much bigger than Affleck actually is.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to look better in motion.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm just saying it might be a little big.
If DC are doing one thing right, and they're literally only doing one thing right,
Here we
it's
go.
the costumes, I think.
I would say some of the costumes.
So, all right, some of the costumes, that's fair. But I think they're getting better at it.
Well, yeah. Do you
And I
think,
think-
did you do like the Batman Justice League outfit with the goggles?
No, that was dumb.
Okay.
Oh, they're on a downward spiral.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no. But look, and I think this works for the guy. I think it's okay that it might even look a bit padded.
Please comically.
And he's not, he's
not
magic,
real, yeah.
you know, so
Yeah, fair enough.
that works for me.
Okay. It was revealed that Digimon Honsu is the wizard who gives him the powers.
Shazam. Is he two things in the DC universe now?
That's why I showed you that picture. So there's another image of him as the Fisherman King in Aquaman.
Two roles.
So he's going to be... he looks like a fish.
Yeah,
so
right. Uh-huh.
That's a good image though, isn't it?
Looks
It
good.
Looks really good.
There were also I think there were action figure images released this week.
Yeah, right.
That were the Aquaman ones.
For Black Manta?
There's a Black Manta one,
Yeah.
but there's also Aquaman in the gold and green
Yes.
comic book-esque ridiculous suit.
And it looks...
Looks all right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to see it in motion, don't we, Mason?
If it indeed exists. Because if you recall, remember when Batman Superman came out and there was a version, the Joker in a bat suit?
Yes.
And we're like, oh, what's this going to be?
No,
And it turned out
was-
to be nothing.
That was Suicide Squad. But I think...
Oh, yeah.
I think that was something. I think they cut it.
Ooh, well,
I don't think you make that
I
with
think we
that
would've-
level of detail.
I think
and
we would have seen something by now.
that who knows?
Yeah, right?
I think there's a lot of stuff that we haven't seen.
We don't know how tight the Warner Brothers vault snap shut, do we?
That's right. We do not know that.
Yeah.
But Comic-Con, though, is next week, so we're going to be getting looks at all of these things.
And maybe finally the Aquaman trailer?
yes,
is that what we're talking about?
100% confirmed. So I can just... Well, next week's... It's one of our biggest episodes of the year, Mason. Everybody swings on by, even your parents.
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't woo, because they're old,
Correct, yes.
but they listen along. They sing along.
And what they do is they write down questions
Yes.
about what we're talking about on pieces of paper and they hand them over.
Correct.
And then I write down explanations for all the references and I hand them back.
If there's ever a pause in the show,
That's why.
That's what's happening.
Yep.
So we're going to get teaser trailers for Aquaman, probably Shazam.
Oh, just a teaser trailer.
The trailer. Let's
Boo,
say.
okay.
Wonder Woman 84, maybe. That's
Righto.
filming at the moment, so that might not be much. Fantastic Beasts, we're going to get one of those. Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Nice.
So that's there's
We're
much stuff
finally
like...
going to see that Mecha Godzilla.
That's right. The Meg, the Nun. Sony Pictures are doing Spider-Man. They might give us updates on like Silver and Black and Morbius.
I
Venom.
thought Silver and Black was off again. Oh.
Yes, probably it is. Maybe something Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't think
Yep.
so. That's probably a little too
Was it
soon for that.
100% definitively confirmed this week that
It's
Venom
is
is
not.
not in the Spider-Man universe?
Look, they're probably telling the truth,
Yes.
but I absolutely would not rule this out.
No.
Yeah.
I still think we're getting a Tom Holland cameo of some sort.
We'll find out.
Yes.
Maybe he's playing two characters, like Digimon Honsu.
Oh, he's also in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
He is.
Digimon
Is
Honsu.
his head torn apart or something? Apparently Deadpool 2 is doing a panel, even though that is...
That makes sense.
So I don't know how that's... Like, because Fox are doing... I don't know whether they're going to show Dark Phoenix or the New Mutants.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if Dark Phoenix is going to come out. I genuinely... it probably will, because it would make more sense to put it out and make some money.
How about this?
Hmm.
Deadpool. They claim that Deadpool 2 is gonna be a panel,
Hmm.
and then it's filled with just raging fanboys, and then they're like, Ryan Reynolds shows up, and everybody's like, "Woo!" And then he's like, "Surprise! It's a Dark Phoenix panel." Just to get people
Just
in,
to get people in.
because otherwise nobody's
No one
going
would
in.
Go. I love it how they... I mean, to even bring Deadpool 2, that's a movie that's out. It came out already, and they're doing a panel for it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to probably get a trailer for Glass.
Yep.
Halloween. We're going to do another one of those.
Did we talk about this? Some set? Is it set photos or
Yeah, we got some
photos
images of
Glass?
that. They're all in the same room?
They're all in some sort of asylum. Dream
Right.
sequence.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know anything about this universe.
All right.
I still need to watch Unbreakable to make sure I have seen that or haven't. Bumblebee. Maybe some Mission Impossible stuff. That's coming out soon
Mm-hmm.
anyway. Marvel aren't doing a big panel.
Oh.
They're doing TV stuff. They're doing Daredevil, Punisher, and Iron Fist. Cloak and Dagger. CW's doing all their crap. I mean fun stuff. Legion, Archer.
Do you mean fun stuff though?
No.
You mean crap?
It's not crap.
No, it's fine.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm way out
I
of
put a
it.
note in my phone the other day to catch up on all those shows.
Oh, good.
Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow and such.
Correct. Krypton, which I watch.
Yep.
I've seen it. I like Krypton.
Uh-huh.
I'm the
How's
only...
Brainiac in that show?
Good.
Yeah?
Looks good.
Has he got the skull ship? Looks like a skull?
Yes.
Looks like a brain and a skull?
And he looks like a good Brainiac. Like
Is he
a
green Brainiac or
he's
robot
proper.
Brainiac?
He's a bit of. You see a bit of everything.
Okay, is he like Injustice Brainiac?
A little bit.
Does he have tentacle arms?
Sometimes.
Nice.
I can't remember.
This
Because he's different, because he can be anybody and
That's
whatever.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
This is sounding better and better.
Preacher, Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, who cares? Young Justice, that's coming back. Dragon Ball Super. They're doing a Marvel Games panel. So
Alright.
this is...
Oh, finally, Marvel are going to start producing that aren't mobile games. I
well,
guess?
they got the Spider-Man game coming out.
Yeah.
But apparently...
Hello.
Well, there's also an Avengers game that's in the works, which they haven't revealed much of yet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a Marvel video game universe, shared universe, which I think is great. Then there's
MVGU.
comics and...
Mavugu.
Mavugu.
We're going to call it Mavugu from now on.
That's great.
If anybody's at Comic-Con and wants to ask some questions about the Mavugu, if you could please do that. Open with that. If there's a panel on it, whoever gets in, excuse me, I have a question about the Mavugu. We'll see if we can get it going.
Do they do Q&As anymore?
No idea.
Or do they step on them because somebody ends up pitching a spec script or something?
I have a comment and then a question. So my comment is I have an Avengers script that I'd like to explain fully. Yeah, no, don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay, I got an ad, and then we're going to talk about a movie that I had watched.
Terrific. A movie that we watched, or we're just going to go off script and talk about a movie you watched?
Look, which would be more entertaining?
The second one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Moving watches, Mason. They've come a long way from being crowdfunded kids working out of a living room.
I agree.
In the past year, have they introduced many new watch designs?
They just introduced one like 2 days ago.
Whoa!
It's called the Black Top. It's their biggest one.
The biggest one you've
Yeah.
ever seen?
You didn't think I had an answer there, did you?
No, I asked you because I thought you'd probably know.
I do. That's called
And
the Black Top.
You didn't disappoint.
It's called the Black Top. Thank you. Anyway, it's got a big old face, and there's one that's silver bracelet, but it's got like a army green face. It's real cool.
But not a black top.
There is one that's all black. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're 2 steps ahead of you at all times.
That's certainly true.
Yeah.
Do they make watches for men and women?
Yes.
But have they expanded to sunglasses? Yes or no?
Yes.
And look, if you say you want to get a bracelet, is that something
Yes.
they've dabbled in?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you have a revolver thing? A revolver collection? What are you doing?
I don't have any revolver ones. They're nice though, but
Really?
Yeah, I like the Voyager.
thought
I'm
you had-
going to get a black top. Probably.
Good on you, mate. That's
Thank
great.
You.
Yeah. Look, they're listen. All
I'm
right.
ready.
The reason they're able to make such a
Cut out the middleman.
Yes, they cut out the middleman. All right.
Yeah.
You go to a department store.
They got middlemen.
They got
Middlemen
too
all
many.
over the place.
You have to deal with them as well.
They're lousy with middlemen.
They're asking you questions.
Exactly.
They're in your face.
You put on a weird bucket hat and they're like, you look amazing in that, and then you buy it and you realise you don't look amazing in it at all.
and your
middleman.
mum makes fun of you.
She does. Bucket boy. Meh. Yeah.
Movement watches.
We've all been there, or maybe
we've
it's
all
just
been-
me.
No, we've all been there. Movement watches, though, they just start at $95.
That's true.
And for a watch of the same quality, it's normally $400 to $500, which is insane.
I agree.
Yeah. Also, they want us to mention Mason, but I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do this. I don't mind.
They're demanding it, but you're okay with it.
Yeah. They don't do anything else except tell the time. They don't show text messages or count
I
steps
am
or
on board
anything.
with that 100%.
It's just a watch and it says, yeah, this is what the time is. That's
I
what
like
it says.
Yeah. That's what watches are for.
That's
I feel.
right.
You know, don't give me the extra stuff.
No.
And also, that means you're just always glued to your watch, in addition to being glued to your phone.
That's right.
Yeah. So
They've got classic design, quality construction, and style that is minimalized. And actually, you can get 15% off with free shipping and free returns. That's great. By going to movement.com, that's mvmt.com/weeklyplanet, all one
Nice.
word. See why Movement keeps growing. Check out their expanding collection. There was one 2 days ago.
yeah,
Go to mvmt.com/weeklyplanet. Join the movement.
movement watches. How many do you want?
How many do you want? Definitively, how many?
I will take probably 20-ish.
That's a lot.
I don't have that many.
Do you have a watch rack or a drawer? You know, people pull out a drawer and they got their ties wrapped up and their watches next to it. Do you have that?
No, I have them scattered around my apartment, if I'm honest with you.
In case you're in need of a watch.
In an emergency. If somebody breaks in,
Yeah.
and I definitely need to know the time.
If you want to clock them with
So
a
I can
watch.
be like, it's 3 o'clock and time for a walloping, young man. I can check, you know?
Do you have a wall clock?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, why would you need one when you've got 20 watches?
correct.
Okay. Right, so this movie came out
Yep.
and I guess we're talking about it.
The movie Skyscraper.
Because we both saw it.
We're doing an episode on it.
It's a $129 million budget movie. It's made only $25 million in the US box office behind Hotel Transylvania 3, which made $42 million. Internationally, it's made $41 million, which is okay. It's also going to open in China. It'll probably do really well in China because it's set all in Hong Kong.
It's set in Hong Kong, right.
And they're not the villains for the most part.
It's true, yeah.
And all that aside, what do you think the story was for the movie?
God damn it. That didn't even occur to me, both what you asking what the story was and the fact that it's set in Hong Kong, which is a part of China now.
Yes.
And that's why they did it, pretty much.
Probably.
So it's The Rock.
Yep.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes.
He was a...
How's he credited these days?
Dwayne Johnson.
He is, okay.
Yeah, they've taken out The Rock almost entirely, I think.
Fair enough.
And let's say he's a former FBI guy. He's a former Marine, probably. He's a former other thing, hostage negotiator.
Former bipedal man.
Correct. Oh, yes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And he was involved in a little bit of a hostage situation that blew his leg off in the past, but now he works for a security company and he's trying to get.
He is a security company.
He is the security.
He's running it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go on.
It doesn't.
I hate to. I just
No,
didn't want
that's
you to
fine.
mess
Well, we
up on
don't.
this.
Maybe he's got other security men out there looking after shopping malls.
Do you need more than one? If it's
When
just
you-
him,
when it's just
you
The
put
Rock.
up a picture of him.
True. That's his strategy. Is in every he does the security for a shopping mall, and every store just puts up a poster of him, and it says, "If you steal from this store, this man will eventually find you and beat you up." Anyway, he wants to be the security consultant for Hong Kong and the world's tallest building, the Pearl.
It's 3 times bigger than the Empire State Building.
That's so big.
And it's got a room that's dedicated to holograms. Or something.
That's exactly right.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as then he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's got
It's the Die Another Day car in a room.
It's got rooms dedicated to all kinds of plot devices.
Boy,
It's
does
got
it.
devices that are all ready to service the plot. Let me
Correct.
tell you,
Yeah,
real
yeah.
life plot devices.
Yes.
for reals.
For reals. But yeah, so
Anyway, nothing's going to go wrong. Oh wait, everything went wrong.
his family's stuck in the building.
Yep.
There's terrorists. It's Die Hard, it's Towering Inferno.
Yep.
It's international market friendly.
Yep.
Good on it.
Uh-huh.
It's totally fine. I
Super by the numbers.
wish I didn't see it.
Really?
'Cause it was
I enjoyed
No,
seeing
because
it.
it was just kind of nothing. It's not terrible. It's really not.
Because you hate two things:
Go on.
The Rock.
No, I don't.
No,
I
know
really
you
don't. Yeah.
But you do hate
His movies.
disaster movies. You do hate his movies. Specifically, you hate his disaster movies.
I do.
Of which there is several. You hated San Andreas.
Boy, did I.
Which is quite similar to this.
No, this is better than San Andreas. But the problem is this is less ridiculous than San Andreas. That's why I think it's less interesting. Because it's less dumb.
Right,
Sort
okay.
of.
But you find this...
I've just seen this, by the way.
yeah,
I just came out of
you
it.
find
yeah.
this movie... You find this less annoying than San Andreas.
Yeah.
Because you hate disaster movies because there's nobody to punch.
There's no one to punch, but also in San Andreas, he's actively not helping.
Right. He's like, well, I could use this helicopter to rescue some people, or I could just rescue my wife.
Yeah, that's exactly
fine.
it.
Yeah.
Ex-wife.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, good on him, because he's a good bloke, isn't he? That's why he's doing
Yeah.
it.
Well, he's doing it so when he's doing it to show up the new boyfriend. That's basically what's happening.
And good on
Anyway,
him.
this movie is a different movie.
Yeah, sort of.
Look, it's super by the numbers, but at the same time, I thought there were some genuinely good tense bits in
Yep,
it.
there's a few of those.
There were genuinely some bits where I'm like, wow, we are way up high.
Yeah.
And that is the true test of a movie set in a skyscraper. If at any point you go, whoa,
We are up
we're
high.
up high.
What I thought was, it's not Mission Impossible 4 Way Up High.
Uh-huh.
And I think the reason that it looks good is because it's a $129 million movie.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like he's standing on a green screen for
Correct.
most of this. But at the same time, I know they didn't strap him to the side of a building, so I don't really care.
Yeah,
The
right.
only thing that really did frighten me about the action sequences is how big he is and how I don't think he can jump very far.
Right. You know what I
Yeah.
enjoyed about this movie is that The Rock in this movie is playing against type
Yeah.
as a guy who is just this unstoppable man mountain
Yeah.
who can't be defeated by any one man ever.
Yeah.
Like he takes a lot of hits in this movie
does,
and I
yeah.
appreciated that.
Yeah.
That he isn't just like, well, I've broken my arm and it's in a cast, but I need to rescue people, so I'm time to just flex my muscles and crack the cast
No,
off
it's
and
not
go.
Fast and Furious.
No, it's way more Die Hard, and that's
Yes.
obviously by design.
Yeah.
But in this movie, he's there are pros and cons to being a massive dude.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of cons.
And yeah, exactly. And there's a lot
of
and there's a lot of people who like it's not him versus a whole bunch of rubes. It's him versus a bunch of professionals.
Yes.
Who are clearly like, well, when you're fighting a really big dude, you do this.
Yeah.
And kind of he's not always at the advantage just because he's so big all the time.
There's a fight early on in an apartment, which I thought was really good.
Me too.
Yeah.
Solid.
Genuine tension, and
Yeah.
you felt like he could lose the fight.
Yes.
Which you don't often, because often he'll just pick up a guy with one arm and break his neck or
Right.
or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was...
Take a cannon off a battleship and just shoot him with it.
It's more realistic,
Yes.
like, for this kind of film
Yes.
than I was expecting. But no, the thing that would terrify me was I don't know what he is in
Feet and
pounds,
inches.
but in kilograms, he'd have to be 150, 140,
Right,
150,
okay.
right? And when he's climbing something, and I know he's got one leg, I'm like, that's, for a man who weighs that much with one leg, that's difficult. I also didn't like how the one leg thing, I thought they were going to play to
The
it
Rock
more.
is 118 kilograms.
Okay, so he's well under what I said.
You idiots.
But I thought they were going to lean into it more in bad ways.
Right, okay.
Like, there's a few moments where it's an advantage to him. You know, he'll pry a door with it or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But mostly it's just like, it's just a thing he has to deal with in addition to everything else.
Yeah, right.
Which I thought was good, but it also showed that he was very capable.
Yes.
With the leg.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I mean, even from the start, it showed, maybe I did like this more than I thought.
There we go.
But even at the start, he's taking pain pills just to walk on it every
Yeah.
day, you know, which I thought was interesting.
Also, we see a real, like right at the start, we see we see the stump.
Yeah.
They're not shying away from it.
No, they're not,
I mean,
yeah.
it's obviously prosthetics and green screen or whatever, but
Here's what I thought was interesting, and I wouldn't have known this going in. That jump, because it's in the trailers, it's in that ridiculous poster.
Uh-huh.
That poster's not realistic. Obviously, no one can make that jump.
Yeah.
They'll figure that out. But I was watching an interview with the director where he was breaking down the scene, and apparently that jump is technically possible.
yeah.
He probably couldn't do it because he's too big.
A different man could
But
do
that
it.
jump is possible.
Well, and also, in watching it at the cinema, for the trailer, they've clearly stretched it out a lot.
Yes.
That it's a much shorter distance in the actual movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And in the poster, it's an impossible
impossible,
feat
yeah.
by anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the movie itself, you're like, oh, I guess it feels like it's going down the wire.
Yeah,
you
right.
know?
Okay. You know what I did like in this?
What's that?
Neve Campbell. Or
She's
Neve
good in it,
Campbell.
right?
She's really
Yes.
good. I mean, there's just a bit where she fights the female henchman because, that's
Yeah.
how those things normally go.
Uh-huh.
But she fights another dude early on, and she's quite competent because she's a little bit skilled as well.
Because it's two. What I enjoyed about it is we've got the two. We've got The Rock and we've got supporting character Neve Campbell, who is also, because she was the surgeon.
Yes.
That treated him when he lost his leg, and then they get married.
She sorted off.
And thank you. And
She wasn't a good one.
Oh yeah. Oh my! Didn't even twig that.
Think about it.
Yeah, but she was in the army, and
Yeah.
so she's got some skills as well.
Yeah.
Some skills.
Not as many skills as he has.
No, he's got lots of skills.
He's got many skills. Yeah, but I thought the bad guys in this in general, the main bad guy felt like the guy who should be the second bad guy.
Yeah, right. And we should have gotten a better better main bad guy.
I even think there's who's the Australian guy in this? Noah Taylor? Is it Noah Taylor?
It's Noah Taylor.
I think he would have been the main
I thought it was
bad
Ben
guy.
Mendelsohn.
Yes,
But
I
it
was
is
going
in
to say
fact Noah
Ben
Taylor.
Mendelsohn, but
Yeah.
I thought maybe that.
They're both Australian actors that started in the 80s and have slight speech impediments.
and they look mostly the same.
Yes.
Are we spoiling this? I guess.
We'll review it
Okay.
real quick and then we'll spoil it
Sure.
afterwards.
Yeah, but no, I didn't think because when you go to Die Hard or even Die Hard 3, which is also a good Die Hard movie, they're so memorable, those villains. And
Yes.
this is just a generic. He's not South African, is he? He's
He's
Ukrainian, do they say? Can't remember.
Serbian or something, yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, wait,
Okay.
he's South African.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Yes,
Didn't they say he's Ukrainian or something?
No, I think they said he's South African.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't think he was great.
All right, well, okay, but in, say, Die Hard, the first Die Hard,
Yeah.
besides Hans Gruber, who
I
else
remember
we
the
got?
blonde brothers. I remember
okay,
the hacking dude.
hacking dude, yeah.
Who loves basketball or
Yep,
whatever.
Uh-huh.
That's,
All right, there's a
okay,
couple
those
of
are the
guys.
only ones I remember.
All right.
Yeah, but even from Die Hard 3, I remember, it's Hans Gruber's brother. I remember he's got that crazy blonde lady who he hangs out with. There's
Okay, but in this we've got the main bad guy.
Yeah.
We've got Chinese lady.
Chinese Ruby Rose. Yeah.
Yes. Yep, exactly. Do you think she's a pop star? Do you think she's a Chinese pop
She could
star?
very well be, yeah.
I'm gonna
You
look
look
it
that
up.
up? Yeah.
Look it up, yeah.
But I didn't think any of them... I mean, even she could have been in it a bit more.
That's
than,
true, yeah.
Than what she was. Because I found she was probably the best one,
Yep.
I guess.
Oh, and we had... we can't talk about that. We'll talk about that in spoilers.
Talk about it in spoilers.
Yes.
Were you rooting for the billionaire Hong Kong business tycoon who...
No,
who just wanted to...
I'm never rooting for
make
any
sure his tower
billionaires.
wasn't on fire?
I was hoping he fell out of the bloody building, let me tell you.
He was a good bloke though, wasn't he?
Was he?
I don't know.
To the extent you can build a $6.5 billion building out of vanity, sure, yeah.
It's a good looking movie, but it's pretty paint by numbers in terms of action sequences.
Yep.
And stuff that we've kind of seen done better in other movies. You know, like the John McClane with the fire hose going down the building, things like that.
There's
okay. Homages to that, and Mission Impossible 4, like climbing on the thing. Like a lot of that is... It's all totally fine.
You know what I didn't like about this movie? And I did like a lot about it. But what I didn't like is that it was too much of a sci-fi building. It was too slick and obviously not a real building.
Well, there's one room in particular that's very...
we'll talk about that. But for me, it takes away some of the action weight of it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't... Like, if it was a real building, you'd go... Oh, okay, I know he can make the leap here, or he can't do something here because I've been in buildings before and I know what they can and cannot be done. But if you design this building from the ground up to be this high-tech building, and okay, well, the access ports are here and the control panels are here and whatever, it sort of feels a bit contrived.
Yeah, right.
When it's like, well, he has to go here and do this, and I'm like, well, the only reason you would put that control panel there is so he has to leap off the building to get it.
Yeah.
You know, in the real world, you would never do that. You'd put it in the basement or in the...
Behind a door.
Behind a door, exactly. In a door that says control room. There wouldn't be any tricks. It's kind of like... It feels like the same logic behind... in video, like a villain's lair in a video game,
or like the Galaxy Quest ship.
Exactly. Like, why would you have to leap all these platforms, over fire and spikes to get to the switch?
Yeah.
Because people who work there would have to do it.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah.
So you see where I'm going with that?
I see exactly where you're going with that.
But otherwise, I thought, besides that, I think if they'd set it in a very tall building that was nevertheless a real building, I think it would have been more. It would have felt more dramatic to me, or less contrived, I think. But I still enjoyed it.
But that's not fun, is it?
No, nothing's fun.
So you thought the action scenes were good in general?
Mostly, yeah.
Did you think this whole thing was an ad for duct tape?
No, I mean, who's paying for that?
People like it. They bring it up a lot. It's in it a lot.
No, I'm aware of that, but also there's no. I guess 3M. Do they sell duct tape?
I don't know.
Maybe this has been underwritten by 3M. Maybe.
Can we do spoilers?
Yeah, let's do spoilers. I'm going to say, also, the kids were not annoying for the most part.
They were
which
fine.
Is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Best movie ever for
Worst.
me. I enjoy it.
Okay.
Oh, wow, you don't often give out worst movie ever, I feel.
I just can't recommend this.
All right.
Yeah.
I can.
But that being said, I can see if you liked Rampage and San Andreas.
I like this way more than Rampage.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Nah. No, it's not. Maybe it's not the worst movie. It's fine. I just won't. No, I'm
in a way, there's some inherent limitations to our best movie ever, worst movie ever dichotomy, and the actual the answers of what we say isn't really relevant.
True.
Yeah.
There's a thing that I don't like in movies, and Gravity does this a lot. It's where the main protagonist or even antagonist or whoever is in a situation where they don't need to talk to somebody else or explain something, but they do. Like, they're looking at a control panel and they go, okay, I'm on this floor, and if I press this and I switch off the fire, and then I can go...
He does talk to himself.
You don't have to say it. You can just do it. And I understand you got to sometimes, a movie like this, you got to kind of aim low.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah.
In a lot of cases. But there's even a situation where, because he's given an iPad, which means he can access all the building or whatever. He can control it remotely, which is insane. But sure, whatever. Putting that aside, he gets his bag swiped, and afterwards the guy goes, "Oh, you kept the iPad?" And he goes, "Yes, because I took it out of the bag and I put it in my jacket pocket."
Yeah, right.
It's like, no, we fucking got that.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You have it on you. Jesus. Stuff like that, it's just...
That being said, he would have had to explain it to his friend.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
Wouldn't you just assume?
No, I wouldn't. Don't assume anything. That's why you're not in the security business, James.
Is that the only reason?
Because you assume, and you know what happens when you assume.
What?
You're a big dumb idiot.
Hey, come on, mate.
Nah, you are though.
All right, you got me.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the hologram room?
Yeah.
That's built just for the Total Recall hologram Die Another Day car technology room.
Yeah, right.
So you want to explain that room?
So basically, up the top of the Pearl,
Yes.
the building is the Pearl
I
itself.
thought the Pearl was going to fall off the building.
It didn't. That's true.
It should have.
So it's a giant golf ball. The building itself has a big pearl on it. And what happens is you go into the pearl, and inside the pearl is a big hologram room, and it's got all sorts of high-tech LCD screens in it.
Yes.
And it can project anything on it. But and I get this, the primary reason it exists is there's cameras all around it.
Yep.
And you're inside the pearl, and you activate it, and it looks like you're just freestanding like thousands of feet in the air, which I think is cool.
And
Yes.
it projects you hundreds of times around the
Yeah.
room on flat screen
Largely
TVs,
unnecessary.
indistinguishable from regular people.
Yeah, right.
And he said this is going to be the #1 tourist attraction in the world because of the Pearl Room. Mm-hmm. How is that the #1 tourist attraction in the world? Why does it need to be 1,000 feet in the air also? Or whatever it is, more than that. And also, if you want a room that you go into and
Yes.
it looks like you're standing over nothing, just build a big glass that you can walk out on. It's ridiculous.
In a way, it was just built. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about, contrived.
Yeah.
I think it was fun, but also it only
I
existed.
thought it wasn't fun.
It only existed because they were like, let's do a sort of Enter the Dragon Hall of Mirrors scene, but we can't be seen to do a Enter the Dragon Hall of Mirrors scene because people will be like, this is like the Hall of Mirrors scene in Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
So they went, okay, we'll make it LCD screens and holograms.
And at the end, The Rock tricks the South African or Yugoslavian man.
Yes.
First of all, and then this is after he's
It doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense.
Because he says... Because he walks up behind the guy.
Yes.
And then the guy turns around to face him.
Yes.
And then they have a conversation and there's a hostage situation going on.
The Rock puts down his gun.
And then The Rock says, surprise, I'm actually behind you.
Yes.
But if he were behind him, he would have seen him initially.
Yes.
So-
Also, he could have just grabbed him if he was behind him.
That's true. He could have done it beforehand, yeah.
Ridiculous.
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
it was the exact same scenario that happened with him at the start of the movie with the hostage situation with the kid and the guy, and he
Yeah.
got his leg blown off or whatever. But there's a bit of that because even there's the other bit where it's
You know what was interesting I thought about this movie? The Rock never fires a gun.
he doesn't. Well, he says in it, I don't want to fire a gun anymore.
But which is a which is a nod back to his character from The Rundown / Welcome to the Jungle, where he's like, I'm not going to fire a gun again. Bad things happen when I fire guns, so never again. And then in the third act, he just fires heaps of guns, and it's
Fires so
awesome.
many guns.
And nothing bad happens to him.
No, he's fine. He reloads on a cow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But it's got a sweet callback because Neve Campbell shuts off the fire and she's like, I turn it on and off again, just
Yep.
like The Rock told me.
Yeah.
Also, I thought this movie opened really weirdly because it just says 10 years ago.
Yes.
Why not just open the movie and then his
Say 10
accident
years
happens
later.
and then say 10 years later? Because then you have to then go present, and then it says present day.
Yeah, right.
Weird, right? Is that
Yeah.
weird? Is that is that the way it's normally done? It's not, right?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But maybe, because, okay, so here's the thing, because 2008 and 2018, aesthetically speaking, look quite similar, especially if you're in, like, FBI uniforms.
Sure.
So maybe if you go,
Maybe he had dreads under that.
maybe.
I know he did. You see with his helmet
Yeah.
off.
But what I'm saying is if you set it now,
Yeah.
if you start it in 2008, you don't say it's 2008,
Yeah.
and then you go 10 years later, people might think it's the year 2028,
Right.
and then they think it's too far into the future.
But that's
than it
fine
actually
also
is.
because that building is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But I think that would, if people would affect. No, I think they've made the right call in working this out. I think they made the right call because otherwise people would think it'd be like 2028.
Look, all they needed to do was put in a sweet 2008 reference. They needed to say something like, man, the first Assassin's Creed game didn't live up
Yes.
to my expectations. That was 2008. What else happened in 2008?
Let's find out.
I was living in London.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they could mention that? Do you think that would be
Yeah,
a good frame of
hey.
reference?
Hey, I'm really enjoying Britney Spears' hit "Womanizer," And the
Was
song
anybody-
When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, well, that was a classic song.
Yeah.
Man, the Marvel Cinematic Universe looks like it might
Oh,
kick
well,
off
I
in a
don't know.
big
Who's
way.
this Iron Man character? Yeah, you're right.
It was a dark night. That was
Boy,
a
I
good
don't
year.
know about this Lady Gaga and her song Just Dance.
Good
I don't know
lord.
if she's going to be an enduring force in music. I'm doing music, you're doing.
Very good.
Yeah.
High School Musical. I'm doing both now.
Wow.
I've mashed them together.
Okay.
Man, I hope the new Indiana Jones 4 is good.
Man, it's this guy's taking his children hostage. We should all go in there and shoot him. But in the meantime, I'm going to switch off my MP3 player that is playing That's Not My Name by the Ting Tings.
Man, I hope Hancock gets a sequel.
Good times.
I can't believe Corey Worthington, the party boy, destroyed his house.
Was that
nearly.
2008?
That's 2008.
Wow.
Oh God, meet the Spartans.
Mm.
Jesus.
Somebody's just saying that. They're watching, they're in the movie theater and they're leaving. They're just like, oh, Jesus, meet the Spartans. God.
I mean, it's all good stuff, isn't it?
Oh, it's all good. It's good.
I don't know. Do you have anything else on this?
No, it's...
It's fine. I would say if you're going to see it, just wait for streaming.
I'm working so hard here, but he's been too badly injured. I can't save his leg. Also, Love Lockdown by Kanye West is a real weird change of direction for him. I don't know if I wonder if future generations will think that 808s and Heartbreak is his best album.
Do people think that?
I kind of think it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Is Kanye West okay?
Like mentally?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good. Not good. That's bad. But it's confirmed for me.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense. I got a couple of people who saw this. Not many. Like, you normally get an idea of how well a popular movie's going to be by how many tweets we get about
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
This is from Benson Maid says, just saw Skyscraper. Have you? Yes, I have. If you enjoyed Inferno, Die Hard, and Lau from The Dark Knight, which it is, yeah. This might be the film for you. Well, I did enjoy all those things, but it's not the film for me. Pronounceable Name says, well, I went to see Skyscraper and my theatre was so empty, I audibly went, oh my God.
Oh, I liked it when Neve Campbell kicked Noah Taylor off the bridge.
That was great.
Yeah, it was good, right?
Either my local AMC is losing business or it just wasn't that great a movie. They had two big screens they just didn't use. Thought they'd show us Ant-Man and the Wasp. They showed nothing. Oh, brutal. Okay, well look, I'd love to talk Skyscraper all day. But
Would you?
No.
Didn't
think
think
so. That's why
so.
we're not.
Okay.
Should we do the next segment of the show?
Yes.
What's it called? Oh, did you find out whether she was a pop star?
Oh, yeah, I did. Hang on.
Just yes or no?
She's not, no. She's Taiwanese. She's not a pop star.
Great.
She's Taiwanese Australian.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Wait. No, carry on.
You said wait, and I'm waiting.
I'm not gonna.
Did your
I'm
parents- did your
just gonna
parents
double
pass
check.
you a note?
What happened is when I went to look her up, I clicked on her page and then I forgot why I looked her up in the first place.
Okay, right.
So I'm actually not 100% sure she isn't a pop star, but here we go. Her name's Hannah Quinlivan.
Yep.
Taiwanese
Why'd they shoot the tech guy?
Australian actress and model.
Okay.
Doesn't say.
Sleek haircut.
Yeah, slick haircut.
It's very Gary
Music
Oldman.
videos. She's got 4 music videos.
There you
Okay,
go.
she is a musician.
There you go. She's
Okay.
very Gary Oldman from The Fifth Element haircut.
Yes,
going on
absolutely
there.
she is. Yeah.
Well, you know what it's time for?
What we reading?
What we
Gonna read.
I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today?
I caught up on a bit of time, so I caught up on BoJack Horseman, which I was
And?
behind it. I enjoy. I love
I heard,
BoJack.
I
Is there a new season coming out soon? I think
maybe
there is.
I still haven't finished the last one.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know whether I can go back into that universe because it's so sad.
You have to be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
I'm not
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, right.
Was it good though?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's such a good show.
Yeah. It's interesting because Rick and Morty always seems to be like, we're always like, when's there going to be more Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
But BoJack Horseman's like, here's another season of BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, right.
So
Do you think, well, Rick and Morty is also more commercially viable, I guess, in a weird way?
yeah, I mean, there's people with severe mental health issues in that show as well,
Correct.
but they're further under the surface.
That's right.
This is just people like, this is what I got. What do you reckon?
And Rick and Morty does memes better.
That's true. They do.
If
do
we had to
memes.
choose who did memes.
Yeah.
Mason, I was lucky enough to be given a Nintendo Switch by my lovely wife,
Oh.
Claire, who you have met.
What did you get from your mean wife?
kick in the head.
Oh, wow.
Which is good too. It's as good as you get from her.
I guess that's true, yeah.
What do you do? So I've been playing Mario Kart and Doom, and the Nintendo Switch. Well, I mean, I've borrowed one before from my brother. It's a bloody delight. It's an incredible. Like graphically, it's not like a
You didn't get Zelda?
No,
Okay.
I will, but
Okay,
that's a big investment. But
yeah.
But even Doom having
It's either
Doom,
that or your kid.
That's
really.
right. Even having that version of Doom handheld it's really great. And like I said, a bit of a downgrade. But if you haven't got a Nintendo Switch, maybe look into it.
I don't have a Nintendo Switch.
Do you like video gaming on the go?
Not really.
Then don't worry about it.
Okay. So you're mostly playing it handheld, you're not playing
I haven't
in a
docked
dock.
it yet, Mason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So mostly because I've been away as well.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You think you will, though? How is downscale Doom going to look on a giant TV?
Probably not as good.
Yeah, right.
Definitely not.
Okay.
But it definitely works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
so
man.
if you love video games, Mason.
Yeah. I think they're okay.
You don't have to get it. Then,
Okay, cool, great.
You doing anything else?
You know what? I haven't watched a single episode of Westworld Season 2.
Oh, okay.
But on Google, whatever it is, all the Season 2's up now. So
Great.
I'm just going to get the season and watch that. So
You want to watch them all in a row?
I think I'll watch them all in a row.
I think the timeline is...
Also, it's not insanely priced. I went to go get Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because people are like, you should watch Season 5. It's the best season. It's $40.
For how many episodes?
Oh, like 22 or something.
We got to look at it that way, Mason.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Have you looked at it that way?
I have now.
And?
I regret everything I've said. This entire episode.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to backdate that further? Or just this episode?
Last 3 episodes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
4 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What did we even do 4 episodes ago?
No idea.
I don't know either.
I can't remember specifically anything we say on this show, but I
Yeah.
do remember the regret I feel.
I think I remember a little bit more because I listened to it twice.
That's true, yeah.
But I still don't know.
I don't even listen to it once.
Wow. I mean, you're in it.
Yeah, but I'm not listening.
Okay. But you're in it.
What?
Mason's parents have handed him another note.
Yes.
Okay. Well, next segment?
Oh, yeah, letters.
Yes.
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 The classic one was letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only a day away. I know they're here right now. We're gonna do letters.
Man, what a segment.
I know, right?
And I say that because it's generally about letters that we get from people who listen to this show.
Yes. And therefore, what a segment.
What a segment. If you do want to reach the show, hashtag Weekly Planet Pod on Twitter. You can send through a short question or comment or something that you think might be worth talking about. Or you can shoot an email over to Mason at weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com. And those will be read by us.
Yes.
Some of them. Do you have one ready to
I
go?
don't have one ready to go.
Do you want me to do a tweet while you're
do a
doing
tweet.
a search?
Do a tweet.
Okay, here we go. This is from Ninja Dude 3. What other action franchises do you want Mission Impossible to mash up with? Do you think it's a mash-upable worthy franchise? Apparently the new one's very good.
What do you mean mash-upable?
Like, I guess you put it with something else. Like, do you do it with the Fast and Furious? Do you
We're
do
crossing them over.
Do a John Wick? Do you do it with the original series? Nah, probably not that.
I don't like any kind of cross-contamination with Mission Impossible, I don't think.
What about on a t-shirt?
Oh, then I love it.
Okay.
No, I don't. I hate it. Sounds bad.
So you think don't put the Mission Impossible series into another universe?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay. What about that Need for Speed universe? What if they just brought them together?
Oh, with Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
What about another Tom Cruise franchise? What could you...
Rain Man?
Yeah, you could
Rain
drop
Man
into
Mission Impossible?
Rain
Yeah.
Man Rain Man versus Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. Jerry Maguire, Mission Impossible.
Is that a good movie?
Can't remember.
Could we-
Some of it won an Oscar.
Some of it won an
Yeah.
Oscar. That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
The Mummy, Mission Impossible.
No, it doesn't
Had
work.
that great plane stunt.
That's true.
Wasn't great though.
No, but I'm saying like, what if you cross over Mission Impossible and say the Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
They're both doing ridiculous
I
stunts.
don't think they work
but
together.
tonally
Yeah.
they don't work together
I
at
agree.
all. That's what
I
I'm
agree.
saying. Yeah.
So you think they should stay on their own
yes.
and never the two shall meet?
Never the twain shall meet.
That being said, if you look at these actual films, a lot of them are very different. Like, look at 1 and 2 compared to what they're doing now.
Yes.
They're basically different universes. Especially the hair. I can't wait to talk about Tom Cruise's hair in Mission Impossible.
How's it looking?
5 or 6, whatever we're up to.
Yeah.
6. I think it's standard.
It seems to be fairly standard hair.
Which is
doesn't it?
okay.
Yeah.
But people are saying
for
it's
sure.
it's the Fury. It's like the new Fury Road in terms of action.
Uh-huh.
So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
But then again, a lot of people who go to, the press stuff for this, they tend to exaggerate at times. What do you got, Mason?
I'm still looking for tweets.
My goodness.
I mean letters.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place if you're doing tweets, Mason.
Yeah, I know. All right, James, here's one.
Okay.
After the phenomenal success of our last week's Gundam report,
Yeah, right.
where we explained the concept of the Gundam universe.
And how it's separate from Robotech and they may or may not turn into planes.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Apparently some of them do.
Yeah, that's what we said.
We got an
probably.
email from Eric, who titled Gundam Splaining. First of all, how dare you Gundam splain to us?
Rude.
It's apparently Star Wars, but with nuance.
Okay.
Some would argue that Star Wars has nuance.
It depends
Not
on
me,
the Star
though.
Wars.
So if you this I guess is Gundam in a nutshell. So if you don't know anything about Gundam,
Look, this isn't for us, obviously.
no, because we did the Gundam report last week, so we know everything about Gundam.
You don't need to gunsplain us anything, whatever the
Exactly.
word was. But
All right.
okay, I'm listening.
Okay, here we go. Gundam, the whole thing is about a war between the Earth Federation and a space colony named Zeon. All this could be made up, by the way. Like, you could have made this up, and we sound like real idiots, because we're like, well, obviously it's about a bloody space colony named Zeon, and all the actual Gundam fans out there are like, he's done it. Eric's got him. Anyway, a space colony named Zeon, which is seeking independence from the corrupt Federation. So
Okay.
it's the Galactic Empire versus the Rebel Alliance.
Right. Who's got the Gundams? Both, I guess.
I think they both have Gundams.
Whoa.
So the Federation has a young pilot named Amaro Ray, who is Luke Skywalker, and he pilots the Gundam you see in Ready Player One. So you know the blue and white one?
Yeah, the main one.
The main Gundam? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. Zeon's ace pilot is Char Aznabal, who wears a mask not unlike a certain Darth we all know. Darth Plagueis the Wise.
I was going to say.
Yes.
Big old mask on him.
Yeah, okay. So the different Gundam series, Universal Century is the Star Wars saga canon. Everything else is set either the distant past, future, or an alternate timeline akin to Star Wars Legends.
Right, okay.
There you go. We've learned about Gundam.
No, we haven't.
No, that's what I meant. We, the collective,
Yeah.
the royal podcast we, which is the listeners and not us, because we know.
We know.
We know what's up. Anyway, thank you, Eric.
Very
Makes it
much appreciated.
Very appreciated. Okay.
Because my knowledge of Gundam is so deep and wide.
it's hard to summarize.
I couldn't do
in
it.
a brisk manner, isn't
I
it?
actually
Yeah.
tried to do it this week,
Uh-huh.
and I got too caught up in it.
Yeah. Also, this is an email from Ebbs who says if he wants to recommend Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, which is apparently the best Gundam movie.
Okay.
So, well, it's got the best name, doesn't
Well,
it?
I think it's definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it's got waltz in it.
Top 5 Gundam styles?
Yeah. Oh, 100% Gundam styles. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Great. We got away with it again.
I know we did.
Got one more tweet here. This
I'm
is
ready.
from Ninja Dude 3.
Yep.
You hit that really loud.
I know. You'll cut it out in editing.
I won't, because I mentioned it. Because I don't have
Nice.
to edit this.
Edit this out as well, yeah.
I don't have the name of this person. I apologize. I'll have to find it. But if Deadpool is ripped in half in Deadpool 2,
Yes.
spoiler alert for Deadpool 2,
Yes.
does that mean his lower half also grew back and upper half? Could we be seeing DVD Dawn of these Balls? How does the Deadpool work? Because he can be obliterated to just a head. We saw that in the
Yes.
last movie.
Uh-huh.
He's literally a severed head. So he
Yes.
must all grow out of the head?
Well, see, that's the thing. I think...
Or is he pieced back
I
together?
think he got pieced back together after he was blown to pieces.
But he didn't when he was torn in half.
That's true. That being said, at the end of that movie, he tapes his suit back together,
Yes.
which means that somebody would have had to go back and retrieve the bottom half of his
get the
costume
legs, yeah,
and
yeah.
like shuck the legs out of it, like
Yes.
the dead legs and the dead genitals,
Correct.
out of the suit, and then just take the bottom half of the costume with him. Look, I'm pretty sure the only bit that can regenerate is the bit with the brain in it.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, they could very well, if they wanted to. I mean, because he's a comedy character,
Yeah.
very few actual rules apply to him.
Yes.
So my feeling is if they wanted to, and if Ryan Reynolds wanted to play like a version of Deadpool that grew out of his legs,
Yes.
and he's quite wrong,
Yeah.
then I'm
That's
sure
not
they
a
would.
bad
I would
idea.
sure they would do that. You know, he could be a henchman. He could be a henchman of the next villain.
Yes.
and just go. He's Bizarro Deadpool.
Ah,
you
I
know?
definitely watched that.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it regardless.
Yeah.
The Red Guy.
We
sent
watch
that
stuff
in, by
we
the
don't
way.
even want to see, so we'll definitely watch that.
Red Guy sent that in. And also, quick question.
Years.
If you cut him down the middle
Yep.
through his corpus callosum,
What is that?
which is the series of neuron pathways.
the channel in the middle of the brain.
Yeah, that can connect the two hemispheres of the brain. Would he
Probably
grow
die.
back like that? He'd probably die?
He'd probably die,
So that's
yeah.
where you get him. Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's room there, and it's a silly enough franchise where they could just do that at some point.
Oh, yeah,
Just
for
make
sure.
certain.
Yeah.
So, why not?
They could, yeah, exactly. What they could do is they could split him down the middle,
Yeah.
and do a parody of one of those Superman stories from the 50s where he splits into two Supermen, and one's
From the 90s.
exactly right, where one of them's
Or from when he met the new 52 version.
Thank you. So where one of them's totally non-violent and one's a lunatic or
Yes.
whatever. That'd be fun.
Do you know Superman, the old version, could shoot a miniature version of himself out of his hand?
Yes, James.
That's a real thing. Look it up. Mm-hmm. What video did I put it in? I can't remember.
Mm.
Anyway, that's the show for this week. But if you love crap, horrible Mission Impossible video games, then you might want to swing by for Caravan of Garbage on Tuesday.
I liked them in theory, and then I had to play one.
And it was...
They're so bad. Bad and bizarre.
Bad and bizarre.
Is it the Nintendo one? It's the
Yeah,
Nintendo
it's
one.
Nintendo
Yeah,
one.
right?
It's coming out
Okay,
this
yeah, it's
week,
no
yeah.
good.
So, yeah. And if you've got any thoughts on any of the stuff that's happening at Comic-Con, please feel free to send them
Yeah.
through. It's going to be a big episode next week.
If you're there and you've got some hot scoops.
Yeah, absolutely. Pete Foltz goes every year. He normally sends in a bit of a bloody hot scoop.
Foltzy!
That's it. So, what do you got though, Mason? Wrap up this show
Oh, for sure.
us.
Well,
for we.
thanks to everybody for listening, first
Yay!
of all. Let's see, if you want to get in contact with us, you can go to Weekly Planet Pod on Facebook and Gmail and Twitter and Bandcamp. I'm Wikipedia Brown on Twitter, and also you can click on my Twitter and you can find my Instagram link as well.
Very good. I'm at Mr. Sunday Movies, and I'm also at Mr. Sunday Graham.
Very good.
If you want to check out my Instagram.
That is all at planetbroadcasting.com.
Yes.
Where you can also sign up for our newsletter.
Oh.
From the great Robert Collings. He is also The Weekly Planet on Twitter. He's got a YouTube page as well.
He's doing such a good job.
So much stuff he gets done. Good on him. He's so good.
He's a powerful man.
He is a powerful man. I
Yeah.
agree, yeah. Let's see, if you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies if you want to chuck in a buck.
Yeah, chucking it back.
You can also go to the Amazon affiliate link or an episode description if you want to buy your regular Amazon shop with no extra cost to yourself. And
That's
we get a
right.
kickback there. Let's see. You can buy our t-shirts on tpublic.com. You can just search for Weekly Planet.
That's right.
You can also...
There's the Mr. Koya ones. 2 more weeks left on
that's
those.
right. Get on that if you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Bloody
Great
get on
quality
it.
as well.
So good.
Yeah.
As the current owner of the only existing one, good stuff.
Can I have it?
No, it wouldn't fit you.
You don't know that.
You can squeeze into it.
I'm going back on that bloody...
Going back on 45,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
doing it this week.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
starting 2 months.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Had some Red Rooster for dinner. Did you ever change the Red Rooster sign to black and white?
That's weird. Are you
Isn't
sure
it?
you went to a real Red Rooster?
No. I'm never sure of anything.
Yeah, I
but
think
that's
you,
the least
you went to
sure.
a pirate Red Rooster.
Is it that in demand? It's like Yeezy shoes.
Yeah,
Isn't
exactly,
that at Rob
yeah.
restaurants?
Yeah.
People are pirating them.
Did you go to the legendary Red Rooter? So you went?
The one where they smashed the S on the side.
Correct,
No,
yes.
I didn't go to that one.
Okay, that's a shame. All right, thank you to the Brute and the Basilisk and Rackham for all our theme musics. That's the show, I think.
That's the show.
Yeah.
Swing by next week.
Sweet bar.
Or make this the last one.
Don't do that.
If so, goodbye. We
Wow.
appreciate it. We appreciate
Yeah, thanks
you.
for sticking by on this wild ride of ours.
Yeah.
Unless you've only listened to one episode. Unless you've listened to one episode in its absolute entirety to the very bitter end, and you're like, having heard 100% of this episode, not for me. In which case, congratulations.
You're a completionist.
Yeah.
But that
good for
also
you.
means that you should listen to the rest of them.
I
even if you hate them.
agree.
Yeah.
What else do I say in this bit? Anything else?
You may have said it all.
I think I've said it all.
Yeah.
All right. Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates. I mean, if you want. It's up to you.